Welcome back, guys. So I got a call from a farmer today about a beaver starting to build a house in his dugout. He's got another dugout a couple hundred yards from here. So I set two drowners in here today. I will flip the camera around and show you what they look like. As you can see, I fenced the hell out of it. I probably shouldn't fence it so much, but for the first couple nights I'm gonna fence it. Got my caster mound. I got a MB 750 just set on a ledge. She gets pretty deep right there. So, and then sorry about the shadow. I've just got my phone today because I didn't anticipate filming this. You can see basically it's a bank den that they're adding on because they probably had babies and they're running out of room. And they're getting their feed pile ready for winter. So, see if I can show you. There's a TS85 in there. Fence this one too, not near as hard. That trap is definitely deeper than the other one over there. And I put them, I don't know, 10 yards I guess from the house. Because last year I had a big beaver that actually pulled my weight up and he got to the edge of the house, or the hole of the house, and I had a real bug of a time to get him out of there. So just in case there's a big one in here, I don't want them to be able to make it to the bank. Granted, there could be holes all along here that I'm actually not aware of, but okay, let's move to the next dugout. Man, she's hot today. Just a couple days ago we were hunting geese and it was probably 28 degrees and it was snowing on us and brutally windy. It was brutally cold. And today it's probably 65 degrees and I'm sweating. So I checked that other dugout over here and there's a huge house there, but I think it's abandoned. I shouldn't say huge, it's a pretty big house, a lot bigger than this one. But there's no activity. There's only two trees that were probably cut within the last couple weeks, I would say. It looks like there was work done on it early in the summer, but they definitely abandoned it. Why, I'm not sure. The back of the house looks like it either caved in or they dug themselves out. I'm not sure. So we are back at that first dugout we were at, and my traps are along that side. So I looked for the place, their trail that they are cutting trees and dragging them through, because they're cutting these trees and they're cutting trees down there somewhere. So I wanted to see where they were crossing. And there's a little creek here that runs to that big dugout, but it's dry in a couple spots. So it runs all the way down into there. They've got a, I'll try and show you. They've got a nice little trail here. This would be perfect for a conibear or a snare. But the landowner, there's a whole bunch of little kids here, and he's told them to stay away. He would prefer that I use just drown sets because they'll be in the water and the kids won't see them. So they are going to keep the kids away. But if there was no kids, I'd definitely put a snare right there, or a conibear. I think it would do the trick. I'm not sure if this creek is deep enough for a drown set, but I'll have to test it and see. But I guarantee that this other side, I haven't walked in there yet, but this dugout will definitely be deep enough. It tapers down pretty steep. Granted, this end won't be as steep, but I'll definitely put a drowner along here somewhere. But you can see where they're coming up. It's all fresh. The water at the other dugout is stagnant. There's algae and stuff. So I don't know if the camera showed. You can see where it kind of gets deeper right along in here. It's deep that way and then out. So I'll try and put a drowner in there, and I guess I'll show you when I'm done. So we've got everything set now. I've got the two over there you can't see, and then I've got one right here, and I've got one right there, and that's where that trail goes up. So when I came in here to try and set it, this stuff's like walking in loon shit, so you sink pretty good. So this is kind of like a little bit of a cubby, I guess. So I didn't mean for it to be, but I'm just gonna go with it. I've caught beaver like this before. It's almost like chokes them down to a certain spot. Granted, I've had lots come around on the sides like that, but so I'm running MB 750s in both. So we'll come out tomorrow, see if we haven't caught anything. I was over here 5 minutes ago filming a beaver. I was hoping to get a catch on video, but the wind's going the wrong way. He hasn't smelt the caster yet, so we'll come back tomorrow and check and see what we've got. Okay guys, we are back the next day. Hopefully this wind isn't going to be too much for you. Just checking the first set. The beaver stole all my fencing. It's in the house there. They didn't really touch this caster mound. Trap is still there. But if you want to, Jamie, you want to follow me? The buggers did the same thing here. So they left the one log, they destroyed this caster mound, and my TS85 is in there. But if I look all the way down to the end, I've got a beaver down there. It must have been the double plates. There's two sizes of plates I use. They're railroad plates, the big ones and the little ones. And I had one drowner that had two little plates. See that beaver pulled him to shore, so we'll go take care of that beaver. And so we took care of this beaver. You can see that he pulled, well, he obviously pulled the weights up, but you can see how he dug that bank out. He damn near exposed my anchor, my T-rod, and that was in the ground probably 30 inches. I did check that one. They did take a little bit of my fencing. They destroyed that caster mound, but the trap is still set. And last night, by the end of the night, I did see two beaver in here. So I know there's two for sure. The farmer said the little boys that were looking at watching the beaver at night, they said that they figure there's four in here, but two might be smaller. So we'll reset and see if we can't connect tonight. Okay, we're gonna try and get this beaver out of here. We twisted that cable up pretty good. Oh. He got caught in, this is a mesh for when the farmers make round bales. This is the mesh, so he must have got caught in the mesh. He didn't even go down the drowner. I thought for sure he would have pulled the weights up, but they're still down there. Not a huge beaver, but not bad. Okay, well, I'll get him out of here. We'll try and figure out where the hell we're going to reset this. We're probably going to move down a little bit. So this was caught on a MB 750. I'm going to have to cut all this shit out of here. I don't know if you can see in the camera. I got him right above the ankle. It's a perfect back foot catch. So he wasn't going anywhere. kind of the shits he got tangled up. He buggered this cable up. I might actually have to replace this cable now, just to make sure that my lock slides down the cable properly. But, well, I'll shut you off right now. I'll get this taken care of, get this shit all cut out, and we'll look for another place to reset. So we got that beaver untangled to some degree. Once I started cutting that bail wrap off, he actually twisted the shit out of my cable, so I gotta take that home, put a new cable on, and it'll be in working order again. But there's no way I can use it the way it is right now. So they buggered up this caster mound, moved my sticks. I'm not gonna re-fence it. I just put this little one here, rebuilt my caster mound up. All I do is just basically splash a little water in just to make it glisten, make it look like a beaver's been here. And then I'm using Damn Beaver caster lure. This stuff works pretty damn good. So all I do, just take a stick, put a glob, and I just stick it right on top. I leave it up a little bit just so that the wind can kind of carry it. The beaver are going to come check it out. You know, sometimes they're going to come around, but hopefully with all the tracks that were down in here the way when he destroyed this, I'm surprised I didn't catch the bugger last night. But with that beaver being that it didn't drown, I'm nervous that it's going to make these beaver trap shy now. So we'll see. I'm going to go remake the casters on those other ones. I'm not going to fence them just so that they don't take my sticks and potentially set the trap off, but I am going to redo the caster mounds, re-lure them, and I guess kind of see what's going to happen tonight. Hopefully we didn't educate these beaver that are in here. From what I understand, there was 2 adults and maybe 2 kits, or maybe 2 2-year-olds. I'm not sure. I only seen 2 and they would have been both adults. So, well, we'll head over there and make those back up. Well, good morning, guys. So, this is a beaver we caught yesterday in the video. And when I got home, I fixed this trap, put a brand new cable on. It was a real bugger. I had to actually cut it out. And then, once I got done with that, and I took the caster and stuff out of this beaver, the farmer called me, told me I had another beaver that the kids watched him get caught, and he's down the drownder. So he ended up pulling the beaver up to show the kids. I've got a little bit of footage of it, but by the time I got out here it was dark, so I'll try and show you that right now. She's a fairly big size. She's got a gouge out of her tail from being bit by probably a male beaver. She's probably as big as the other one. The other one I weighed, it was actually 41 pounds. And I think this one's just as big. Okay, we're back the next morning. This is where I caught the second beaver last night. I checked the other couple traps I have, and there's nothing. This caster mound was completely destroyed, and this log wasn't here last night. It looks like my trap is gone. Yeah, it does, so we'll pull it in, see if we haven't caught one. Right on. We got one. This must have been one of the smaller ones. they were talking about. I would think that would be this year's kit. Not a very big beaver. I've definitely caught them smaller. So we'll try and get him out of here. Not very big, but it is a beaver nonetheless. Reset, caster relured. So yeah, this here one is the first one we caught in the video. This is the one from the footage at night. So this was definitely a male, excuse me, and this was definitely a female. The male was 41 and change, and the female was 49 pounds. So she was a fair bit heavier. This is the little one from today. He's pretty damn heavy actually for how small he is. Eating good, I guess, I don't know. But yeah, from what the little kids tell me here, that there's 2 big ones and 2 smaller ones. So I don't know if I'm gonna film over the next couple days in here or not, or just run it as it is. But either way, we got 3 beaver out of here, so perfect. Thanks guys for coming along, appreciate it.